Thank you so much for joining us, and I wish it was live, but we're gonna make the best out of it. And please, let's continue about how did you started with a pastel. So you mentioned what you've been watercolor artist before, and
Yes.
you participated in some exhibition with that medium and discover pastel for yourself.
Yes, it's because of the wife of the Indonesian national artist. She visited my exhibition and she approached me and asked me whether would I be interested to work with pastel. If I do, she would allow me to inherit her late husband's some boxes of hardly used, pastel. So I said, why not? So the next day she came to my house. She came with boxes of pastels and very nice French paper and some brushes. And there I started, to add pastels to my watercolor. It worked. People liked it, and that was 25 years ago.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh,
that's
that's
how I
quite a
started.
journey.
Yes.
And do you remember what pastels are those?
Yes, she gave me a box of Rembrandt pastels and a box of chunky Conti, very big square Conti, the whole box.
Oh my
And she
gosh,
gave me, the Velour pastel paper and some pastel brushes to me. Yes.
pastel brushes. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
And you have your own pastel set right now, and it's a wonderful set of darks with Mungo. Am I pronouncing that
Yes.
correct?
It's Mungyo.
Munyo. Okay,
Yes,
Munyo.
Mungyo. It's yes, it's because I came into contact with the one of the directors, which is the son of the Mungyo Pastel Company in Korea. And at that time, when I started painting with pastel very seriously, I had problem in Hong Kong. It's because of the so little materials at the stores, and it's very expensive to buy it online and ship from America. So Mungyo Company has been supporting me in giving me pastels to use, no unlimited. And then I came across, the darks that I don't like using black. So they said, why not? They are going to produce, a set of pastels for and using my name. I said, wow, why not? Go ahead. So it came with 72 colors,
Okay,
which
yeah,
some
I have
darks
applied for that.
side. Yes. And last year at IAP's convention, they launched a new set of 4 darks, which are really, really wonderful. The big chunky sticks. And I believe that a
Yeah,
few of,
weight twice the size of Mount Vision, and Mount Vision are pretty big pastels, so these are even larger than that. Wonderful.
yeah, yeah, it's almost double the size of Mount Vision. Yeah. And it works well. Yeah, it's good for me. Yes.
And I was fortunate enough to get a couple of sets and share with Red Rock members too. So they gave very nice feedback on those. And those darks are coming very handy. And you're very famous for your koi paintings, I believe.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you.
I have them here too. So that was a part of IAP's presentation, and you
Thank
showed how to use your beautiful darks in those.
you. Yeah.
As we can notice, you do work in series. Can you please um, share this idea on how did you come up with series, and what does it give you? like to produce your work in series, like not a single painting of fish, but a whole series?
Yes, I like to work in series. It's because um, it gives me opportunity to explore deeper in one single subject. And actually, I do not get bored, with painting the same subject over and over again, because each new painting gives me new dimension, give me a new discovery, exploration to do. And the more I paint the same subject, it becomes more free to express. So at first it can be very tight, and I would go into that tiny little details. It happens in all series, but as I progress on, it becomes looser and looser, and I can paint on my own even without any photo references, which I combine them together to design. Yeah, it's nice because the strength of an artist come out freely with repetition and knowing the subject well. Yes, I believe in that.
I know, thank you, that's a wonderful answer. And I know you believe in repetition and discipline too.
Yes.
And
Yes.
there is something else you shared prior, and I believe I remember it correct. What one time I went about rejection letter, what I received, and you mentioned what you have a whole
Oh,
wall of rejection letters. So is it
yes.
true? Like,
Oh, yes. Yes. I am not ashamed to share with you and your followers that um, everything comes with patience and hard work. And I am not a trained artist by degree. I did not go to art school. So I accept, that I can be better by perseverance, and I will not give up. Well, I still receive a lot of rejection letters nowadays, but I am not going to deter by it. I could be affected a few hours, and then I move on. I can do something else. Um, yeah,
and I see
you
how
have
like that makes me feel better, because like I get upset very easy, and like I don't know how it will make me feel if I'll see rejection letter, but I see the wall of words behind you. So that makes me feel really better, because we all know about your accomplishments and everything you've done for the pastel world. So do not give yourself up. It's also important thing, and also accept your accomplishments. So in your bio, like one fact is truly amazing. So you've been named by PSA friend of pastel. Can you please tell what does it mean and share with us?
I believe the honor that I have received from Pastel of America, that is the highest honor award in my life as a pastel artist for me, and I cherish it so much, from the work. Um, Perhaps it's the work of trying to link um, pastel artist, pastel art um, into I think building the bridges between global pastelists, and especially the work before that I did in China, to bring the Chinese pastel artists out and bring the Western real pastels, into China, to show them, that the what is the advancement of pastel, what are the Western artists thinking, the thoughts behind the painting, how to use pastel, including the new materials, which I would tell you that 6 years ago, the scene of pastel in China or in Asia is not as vibrant as it is today or started, about 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah. My intention is only on art, and it's a joy, when I could see the bridges being bridged, and artists could start to meet one another, exchanging ideas. Yeah.
Thank you, Isabelle. And
you are doing the same thing, Dasha. You are so. I mean, you lead a very dynamic pastel society, and I'm so honored, to know you.
Me
Yes.
too. So let's go to that moment when I met you. So we've been in a National Arts Club, and
That's right. I remember.
McKinley graciously asked you to babysit me there because I had no clue. I still don't, but back when I had even less clue even. And you kindly was talking to me because I did not know anyone. I felt very intimidated, and we looked at a beautiful art together and talked to some friends. It's what's happening at art openings. So
yes, and thank you to Richard McKinley.
Yes,
Introduce you to me.
Yes,
Yes.
for introducing us to each other. And after that, I've been following you on Instagram, Facebook, following your art journey, learning from you, and had the pleasure to attend your demo during IFs. So that was quite a journey, and like visiting at IFs, it's a convention, it's always wonderful experience with so many international artists, and just sharing our passion to the brilliant medium of
yes, that's right. Yes.
But let's please imagine like what we decided to go to the gallery again, like maybe not National Arts Club, but Red Rock Pastel Society Virtual Gallery. And we're just gonna stop by a few pieces, by what caught your eye, and we're gonna talk about them. What do you think?
Sure.
And I have a very first piece of our dear friend, Tony Lane.
And yes. Well, the piece by Tony Allen, I love his work. And the reason, the simply reason why I have chosen this piece to talk about it is because it is so different from the other of Tony's signature work that we are so accustomed to. The viewers can either enter the painting from the top or from the vertical lines of the trees. You can see that the sky is very moody, and we can spend some time, searching from the sky. Now, bounce to the left of the painting, which is the two peaks of the mountains, then dart our eyes to the right to see the golden clouds, which warms up the horizontal line in the center in the same color. And the bottom are the variation of the orange, dark orange that is darker than the clouds, which holds the painting up together and bounce our eyes back into the painting and search for more. That's what I see about this painting.
This is wonderful. Thank you. And I was just following your words, and like I guess subconsciously your eyes are moving in these directions, but your ability to put it into words and just ability to see what art is done in this particular piece, this is great. And this is Golden Light, Scotland, by Tony Lane, and he just recently relocated to Scotland, so he's enjoying his new landscape right now.
Yeah.
So, and I have a next piece by
Yes.
Corey Goulet, and I love this work. It's Abstract Sunset.
Oh, yes, me too. I so love his abstract work. And why do I like this particular painting that I have chosen to talk about? It is because of the title itself as well, that it suggests everything. Abstract sunset. Um, we know that the power of red color could capture the attention very well, but
We do
this,
know that.
oh, yes, 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 you do too. You do it very well on your shirt. But for Curry's painting, it's because of she has used variation of the reds, and very clever in using the red with some suggestive marks and a bit of warmer orange to tone a little bit of the powerful red down. And I see the reflection on the water, the yellow reflection, that patch. And to me, that yellow patch is the most successful statement in this painting. Yeah, that's what I have to say.
Thank you, Isabel. And this is Abstract Sunset by Corey Goulet, and she also received Juror's Choice Award for her another painting, Climate's Changed. And those paintings you can see in our online gallery at www.redrockpsnv.org. So full show and awards are published there. And
Yeah.
let's move to the next painting, and we're gonna go again to actually this one. It's a Still Life by Jerry Greenberg. Don't let the blues get to you.
Oh, this is a painting that caught my eyes, when you sent me the link to look at. The subject and the title of this painting can be just perfect, for this moment in time for all of us. The way these coffee cups are, okay, this is my own vision, okay, and I like the storytelling in this painting as well. It's because of the coffee cups that's been stacking up so tightly, are without much thought to the social distancing,
Oh my gosh, that's very timely and makes it contemporary painting.
Yeah,
So
that's what I see. And if you notice, there is another smaller cup, and it is not complete cup, by the bottom right, just staring back at the stack of the cups, in the distance. I don't know whether it's it's with approval or not, but it is so funny that I could see something in that, and the blue, which Jerry had used variety of blues to depict a story of our environment on the cups that are stacking up together. You could see different shades of turquoise blue, and with a little tinge here and there of the light, which is enough to suggest the light for art in the painting. And there is a border lines of triangular shape which hold the cups together, which to me is just like, oh, this is the guideline that you have to follow. Yeah, in the painting. So I see that this is so bold in the design and the use of colors. But again, it carries very gentle interpretation. Yeah, I appreciate this painting very much.
thank you, Isabel, and thank you for sharing your view. I love Jerry's work, and it was wonderful
Yes.
article about her in latest issue of Pastel Journal. What
Yes.
you write for too, I love it, and this is painting telling stories, and thank you for sharing it. Like the beauty is in eyes of a viewer, and you definitely saw it in here.
Yeah,
And
I feel that this painting is more than meet the eyes to me. Yeah.
And next painting is What Caught Your Eyes by Valeria Kulikova. I'll catch up.
Oh, how wonderful, Another storytelling that I could see, because this is a typical touristic scene to me that I see. And most of the tourists that join the groups will not be able to, or not allowed by the tour guide to spend a lot of time, in one particular spot to take photos or drinking, the beauty of the buildings, architecture, or facade inside. It's a norm of chasing and rushing to catch up with the group. And this painting has a design of many triangulars inside, triangle shapes inside. And the perspective, details of the architecture, the facades, the fantastic light and shadow, certainly calling on all of us to quicken our steps and to catch up with the fellow tourists in the group. But although this is a photographic experience, I commend on the artist's excellent draftsmanship, because it is not easy to put all the lines of the architects and the details together.
It's a wonderful drawing, and
yes,
wonderful
that's right.
painting what goes with it. And thank you for noticing all that, and elements of design are amazing. Thank you, Isabelle.
Thank you.
And we have one more. What you selected? It is our Las Vegas native, David Gilmour, with his painting Cotton Pole. And I believe it's inspired by his trip to Monument Valley a few years ago.
Yeah. Well, in one word, majestic. For this painting, it's only one word, majestic. You have told me about this scene as Monument Valley in Nevada. I have never been to Nevada, but yet I feel, I really feel the heat and the dust from the desert sands coming out from the screen. And the fantastic skills in depicting just the shapes and forms. I think this painting has really convinced me that I should make a side trip to Nevada the next time I come to America. Yes, really.
We would love to see you there, and hopefully that travel situation will improve shortly, and Southwest is breathtaking, like Albuquerque is nice, and there are so many red rock parks what's around, and
yes,
Arizona, Nevada area, what we're seeing, and Totem Pole, like magic. It's a word for all these marsh-like landscapes where I would be happy to host you there.
Oh, thank you, Dasha.
Thank you, Isabelle, and
thank you.
It's almost
and congratulations to all the award winners and all the participants in this wonderful exhibition. It's a very beautiful exhibition indeed. Very beautiful, Dasha. Thank you so much for your work, and I really enjoy seeing what you are doing.
Thank you, Isabelle, for always being so supportive, and I thank all the wonderful jurors who help us to curate this wonderful show, our wonderful judge Richard McKinley, and my team, Katya, who prepared these slides for this gallery, Vika
right.
and Aliona, who've been helping with transcripts and translations. So just wonderful group of people, and many more whom I will not all name, but they all highly appreciated. Thank you, Isabel, and so happy we could have like what we've done it actually. So even with technical challenges.
It is so unfortunate, but I am happy that at least, you know, Zoom is working well here. Yeah.
Yes, and I hope borders online and offline will be removed, and we can be those blue caps and stick together.
Yes. Thank you very much for having me.